Dr. Ford is a visionary, and she was able to see beyond the scope of practice that nurses were currently limited to.
As many of us know, her and Dr. Henry K. Silver created the role.
There was a lot of resistance to it within nursing.
Well, it wasn't easy in the beginning, I can tell you, because some of my colleagues in nursing were very concerned that we would end up being a handmaiden to the physician.
And it was an uphill fight. But what she meant is she stood fast to her belief and Dr. Silver's belief that the nurse practitioners would be part of the solution.
Dr. Ford was able to see a problem, assess what the problem was, and come up with a plan that was implementable to deliver the care that was needed.
You know what helped me quite a bit? We worked with a social scientist, and he was involved in change theory. And from that theory of change, I was able to develop the strategies, logistics, and tactics of change theory. And in that sense, change became a game. So then it became fun because you would try things out, and if they worked, wonderful. If they didn't work, you'd try something else. It made the challenges we received much more acceptable.
You know, it's what happens when there's change, disruptive change. So she is the most innovative disruptor I think I've ever met. And when things get really tough and people are pushing back, when you know this is a change that needs to be made, I think she's a real inspiration because she really got it done.
The other thing is the reaction of the students. The students were excited and delighted with their new role. And not only that, it transferred it to patients. So patients began to demonstrate how much they enjoyed it.
She put her patients first. Loretta has been inspiring to me that way because coming from a very rural area, understanding that we have patients in desperate need of health care, and she saw that many years ago, and it continues today, and that's our foundation.
She's a go-getter. She's like, you know what, I have this idea and I'm just gonna keep going and not let anything stop her. It's up to us as nurse practitioner leaders to bring that history forward so that they know where we've been and where we're going in terms of advocacy. And she is a true advocate.
She's like our founding mother. She's so important to the profession. She's just somebody I think we should just hold in the highest regard. And they should just always know who she is and what she did.
She shows me that it's possible to do the impossible. And that's what we really do as an NP profession. We do the impossible every day.
She's the reason why I became an NP. Like, I do remember learning about her in school and being like, you know what, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna get my bearings and someday I'm gonna be a nurse practitioner, and then today's that day.
What would Loretta Ford do in this situation? And I think that's how I want to practice. I don't just want to go in, see patients, leave, and do that for 20 years. I want to constantly look at what can be improved and what can I bring to the table that can be a probable solution for this.
Crisis is an opportunity for change. And I think we have an opportunity now to make monumental changes that we couldn't make otherwise. And we should take advantage of it.
She has a gift to relate to people. It's like she knows everybody personally.
She just draws you in. She has so much of her wisdom that she wants to give to everybody.
I mean, she's magical.
She has set into motion the importance of nurse practitioner role with the foundation of nursing. So it's really the art and science of what we do.
She's this huge personality and has done so much, and yet she's so approachable and lovable.
And she's funny. She is just really, really funny. She'll just come out with these zingers, you know, and she's so endearing.
I think her key to longevity is her sense of humor.
I think the funniest memory is when she came in with this Superwoman cape on at one of our AANP national conferences, and just her like bursting into the room with her cape. I mean, it just exemplified Loretta, right? I mean, it was just like, she is Superwoman.
In one of the celebrations that we had when we were celebrating her birthday, we had some AV technology issues, and somebody said, just give her the mic.
We were just having all this AV problem, trying to get the mics to work. And I said, just let her talk. And she just went with it. She just always, whatever the situation is, she turns it around and she can just flow.
And that woman is just amazing. The stories that she shares, the wit that she has, it just makes you feel so proud to be, you know, a nurse practitioner.
I mean, she embraces and embodies everything that, you know, we all want to be.
One time that stands out in my mind was when AANP had its grand opening for headquarters in Austin, and she met my daughter. She saw her, she took time to talk to her, she invested in her, and I'm really happy to say that my daughter is now graduating from high school as a valedictorian and has chosen the vocation of nursing. And she talks about that interaction a lot and how much that meant to her and what an impression Dr. Ford made on her.
One particular conference, she challenged the NPs in the room to fix things, to make things right, or she would come back and haunt us.
Now, I am the ghost of our historical and hysterical past, and you are the present and the future of our generation for the next century. Are you ready for this transfer of power? If not, I will return from the fires of below and haunt you. Godspeed.